Okay, with the stock market being how it just was, like if there's any manipulation today with DJT saying it's a great time to buy, then all of a sudden doing the 90-day tariff halt, today was the day to do it. And in that case, my portfolio went up around 20K, and it's living the dream right now. We're still down, but we're in better standing. So currently I'm looking at Palantir right now as one of the stocks that I'm doing cash secured puts on. I have around 70K of buying power if I want to include margin right now, and I could use that to make a quick buck. I could do like 1% plays every few days or anything like that. And I want to show you how I would potentially do that depending on how I feel about the market. And here we are on my desktop right here on Palantir. So obviously we're Palantir, sell put. And this is for Friday, right? This is for Friday, this Friday. So if I have around 8K, right? If I have around $9,000 to use, I could use, let's say 87 or 86 bucks strike price, which means $8,600, and I could get $108 from that. And I'm not saying that this is the best strategy to do it, but because of how the market is running, the premiums are very juicy on stocks that are volatile. And again, for the wheel strategy, I only do this with volatile stocks that I want in my portfolio. Palantir is one of them. I have a few hundred shares of this. So 1.08 is how much premium you would end up getting, and then you divide that by 86. And on a 2-day play, you're gonna get 1% of your money. You're gonna get 1%. That's amazing. 1%, and that's a delta of 21%. Can it drop down here? Of course, because anything bad that's said by President Trump could bring it down here, and then you could get assigned at 86. But also, I believe that Palantir is one of those stocks that's like a $200+ stock. Once we get back into the bull market and all this trade war stuff kind of cools down and the CPI gets a little bit better and the economy looks a little bit better as well. But 1% on your money for a 2-day play. And say if you want to go like 30 days out, that we usually like to do, 30 days out, we could go for another 20% delta or 30% delta. So 33% delta for a cash put, you'll get 570 bucks. So calculator that again. 5.70 divided by 85. You're getting 6% on the month, guys. 6% on your money on the month. And this is on a stock that you most likely want in your portfolio. So again, 570 bucks to have this as sitting as a cash secured put in your portfolio. Not bad to do. So I'm honestly looking at Palantir heavily throughout this because we are below $100. And like, I feel like that's perfect for us as well. I already have a lot of shares, I think around like 400 or 500 shares at 92 bucks. And if you saw my last video, I'm rolling up my covered calls that I sold below cost basis because of how low it dropped. And we have like a 89-day leeway here to see how the portfolio is going to crush it for the next few days, for a few months. So that's one of the stocks I'm looking at. Obviously, Tempest AI is one of those stocks that I currently love. So trade options here, sell put. We could get a good amount of money off this. 43 bucks right now. We could do a 2-day play and get a significant amount as well. So let's look at 41.5. That should be around a 26% right here. So you're getting 25 bucks. Divide that by 41.5. Oops. 0.25 divided by 41.5. And you're getting a slightly less than 1% here as well, because obviously not a highly traded stock, but it is still volatile. So here we are again. We could go back to like a 39. That's right at a 30 delta. 2.75 divided by 39. So you need 3,900 bucks to do a cash secured put here, and you're getting 7% on your money, guys. 7%. These are better rates than high yield savings over the years. So these are things that I'm currently looking into. The stocks that I just continually do the wheel strategy on are the stocks that I feel most comfortable with, most comfortable holding. So here we are again, sell put. Where are we right now? You can get a few $100. This is like it's a tough play. 25%. One, like I love Nvidia. 1.19 divided by 109. Let's go 1%. 1% isn't bad right here as well for Nvidia, because I do think that's another crazy stock to be super undervalued. And kudos to everyone that got this like at the $100 mark and below on that last dip. And then if you want to go out 30 days, we could look at 109 again. That'd be 35%, but let's look lower. Let's look 25%, 310 bucks. 310 divided by 104, and you're making around 3% on that. But if you want to go up to like a 30, let's look for 30%, 33.90. 390 divided by 107, and you're getting 3.6%. That is a significant amount of money to be getting on stocks that you currently hold. And that's what I want to get into in the stock market here is these times of volatility. These are your buying opportunities to make a lot of money. Obviously, if you could get assigned at these low prices, you are waiting for this moment, and then you're waiting for this big run up, because now you can sell covered calls and then you could kill it on that side as well. But if you're doing cash secured puts, with the volatility that there is still a solid amount of fear in the market. There's a solid amount of fear in the market. So if you like look at the VIX, even though it dropped from 60 to 32, there's still a good amount here. I'm usually more comfortable around the 20s, but because the volatility and the fear is still here, there could still be a big drop and you can get stocks at discount. That's why you have to look at that delta. And again, you should only be doing this with stocks that you want in your portfolio, because then you're cool with holding on to it long term. And that's what I personally do. I don't chase premiums here. I do love having more premium, but the more you chase, the more you lose. And then the more you don't chase and stick to the stocks that you are comfortable with and the ones that you do your most research on, that's how you win. That's how you make money. That's how you consistently make money. And that's what I try to show here on YouTube. And this is what I've personally been doing. If you saw my last video as well, you would see, it's probably going to come out after this. You would see that I'm doing really well. Made 30K over the last 3 months, and that's from cover call cash secured puts. Obviously the portfolio value is lower, but when we get back to all-time highs, I'll be 30K up. So if we get like the all-time high before was like a 191 on that account, so add 30K, I'll be around like 210, 220. And that's exactly what I want to get into by like 6 months in. So if we could continue a little mini bull run, we could do significant damage and get to our goals really quickly. So again, Palantir, Tempest AI, Nvidia, those are the ones that I'm looking at. Obviously Tesla's in there as well, but you need a lot more money to get into that. But this is what I'm looking at. Let me know what you guys think about the stocks that I currently use, and let's make some money together, guys. Peace.